Hey y'all, welcome to the Just Montina channel where we are having conversations about marriage, men, and mindset. We're gonna have a conversation today. I had to get my chair. I feel like a little older woman. So, welcome to my new viewers. Subscribe, and thank you to my returning viewers that have subscribed. It's gonna be fun over here, y'all. So, yeah, I record videos in my kitchen because YouTube is not a moneymaker for me. It's a passion project. I want to talk to y'all. I like to talk. I love to share. And it's always been a way for me to just inspire, educate, and share information. And I have a main channel called Spark Wisdom. And that's what I do over there. I help you with information, help you to thrive in life and thrive in business. But on my Just Montina channel, I just want to talk about unicorns and rainbows, which for me is marriage, men, and mindset. So I'm just creating videos doing that. So I want to talk today to my young women. And when I say young women, typically I'm saying 20s and 30s because I'm in my mid 40s and I consider myself now a middle-aged woman. Oh my gosh, I'm a middle-aged woman. And there are just some things now that I've just learned through life. And I look at my former self, well, my younger self, and I'm like, why didn't I know? There are certain things I just didn't know. And so I want to talk to my younger self through you, right? So this is not a therapy session for me. I actually have a therapist, I have a life coach. This is a session for you, not therapy, because if I was a therapist, y'all would have to pay me and I have to go to school. But it's a session for you because many of you, if I didn't know, I can't, we kind of look at life and say, well, they should have known. Some people just don't know. I didn't have a mother. She walked away, left, did whatever she wanted. I don't know. But I was 18 months old. I'm now 45. I've never met her. Okay. Never met her except for hearing her voice. And she called me out of the blue, maybe sometime in my late 30s. And I was such in shock. I couldn't even answer, like, couldn't even get my bearings back on course. Um, my father, I had a great relationship with my daddy, but my daddy was in prison for 19 years. But I had a great relationship with him. He called, he wrote. You would think he was more of like he was a real active parent. Now I'm older and I just thank God I had that relationship with him. So for my young women, I really put you all in different categories. My single woman, no kids, you're going to college, you're doing the right things. Maybe you've had a relationship or not. I didn't have my first relationship till I was like 18 years old in my sexual experience with the father of my three children. Some of you all are young women with children by one man. You had a long-term relationship. That was my case. And then some of you all have, you've done a little bit of things. You got a bunch of babies, and y'all got to put a stop to this, okay? And my young women with babies, y'all have got to stop this. And that's where we're going to start today. I'm going to talk to my single women. Those of you that don't have children and children, this is kind of going to be good for both of you all, both groups. Here's the thing when I think back to my young self when I was 17 and met the father of my three children, who was 4 years older than me at the time. And we had our first child when I was 19. We had our second one when I was 21. And I realized there were a lot of women around me. Now, remember, you know my story. So I was a homeless teen at 16. I really just I was just trying to figure life out at 16, okay, literally. And when I met him, it's not important how I met him, but I met him because his uncle at the time was dating the woman that I was, at the time staying with, had a place to stay, and then I eventually had to leave, and I ended up moving with him. But the women around me, okay, that were his aunts, his grandmother, cousins, I now wonder why no one saw this 18-year-old consistently, never questioned why I kept having babies, never sat me down and said, hey, have y'all thought about getting married? What are you doing with your life? As a matter of fact, they got upset when I went to college to better myself because I wasn't home with my kids. But he was home with the kids. He worked during the day. I went to school, but then eventually I had to go to school. As a young woman, for you, I'm going to ask you, if you already have a baby, why aren't you married to him? Why are you living with him? Why is it that you keep having babies? You need to get married or you just need to stop, okay? You need to protect yourself and not have any more babies. If you are a single woman, you don't have any babies, but you're being promiscuous in college, making a name for yourself, or maybe you picked up a STD, some of y'all do, y'all got to stop this. This is the type of conversation that an older woman needs to have with you and say, this is not acceptable. For those of you that are my single women overweight, I met an 18-year-old in the gym today. I thought she was like mid-20s. She was very, very developed. And not just developed. I mean, like lots of weight and curve, like probably about 50, 70 pounds overweight, maybe 50 pounds. Y'all got to stop this. You can go back and look at Soul Train, some you didn't grow up with. You should not be 50 to 100 pounds overweight. Get a therapist and figure out why you have an eating disorder. Why are you eating so much? I did see on 60 Minutes that obesity is now considered a genetic disease, but there are things that you can do. Because as you get older, this weight, honey, once you get into your 40s, it sticks. Okay, you got to watch what you eat, count your calories, eat low carb, intermittent fast, exercise every day, drink a lot of water, green teas. So that's what I want to talk to you all about, my single women. No more babies. You all don't need 50 different relationships, and you don't need dozens and dozens of sexual partners. It's nasty. And as you get older, you're going to regret that part of your life. I didn't have a lot of sexual partners in my past, and thank God. I'm glad all my kids have one down. Now, I could have used my uterus a little wiser. And some of you all that keep having these babies, you need to use your uterus wiser. Stop it. It's not cute. And when you get older and tell somebody you got 7 kids and 5 different baby daddies, like the lady I heard on Kendra G, it is embarrassing. Even for me, I feel like I'm in a different stage in my life. I've owned a company for the last 10 years. It's been very successful. I'm Googleable. Okay. I create this channel. That's why I respond to trolls. I am a Googleable. This is really me. Like, I am a person you could see in the grocery store. You all, it's shameful. I'm at this different level in my life, and I'm sometimes in rooms where I've had to deal with imposter syndrome. I've had to talk through my therapist. There's certain organizations I would love to be a part of that I'm never invited into. And I know part of it is just my past was a mess. So even if you have 5 kids by one man, but you were never married, that's messy. Okay. So for those of you that are at least at some point interested in relationships, get this book, Getting to I Do, The Secrets of Doing Relationships Right, and join my Patreon society, they call it, but I call it the Happy Wife Project. It's like $5 or $10 for you all. You all can come in. I'll even create a student level. Y'all got to get this right. You do not want to get relationships right in your 40s. I am 45 years old and just got relationships right. My husband is phenomenal. He is my Superman. I am, his goddess. I call myself a goddess, so he now calls me goddess. But why did we have to wait till we were in our 40s and 50s to get this right? Well, that's why I want to talk to you all. I want your questions. I want you to send them to askmontina@gmail.com. And I won't put your names out there, but I'll answer them through video. Do not expect no personal responses. But y'all have got to start getting this right. So what I'm saying to you, what I said to myself was, why didn't these women talk to me? Well, I'm talking to you. Why didn't these women sit me down and say, honey, why are you settling, now that's their nephew, but what are you all going to get married? That should have really been a conversation. You got 2 kids and we're still running around here living together. There was some, situations where there was, altercations type things going on. It was just a mess and no one seemed to care. Well, I care about you. I want you to have a better life. I don't want you to carry regret and shame and embarrassment because you made a lot of decisions that could have been done differently. You all are going to these clubs, you're getting these one night stands. It's not cute. I guess you just don't know it's not cute. Now, if that's the type of life you want, that's up to you. But as you get older, you're gonna look back on that. That's why I watch things like Trap Queens. That fast life and stuff is cute when you're young, at least you think it is. And you get older, you're like, why did I do that? Why did I risk my life to go to prison? Why did I risk my life to have all these babies and STDs and AIDS? So that's my message for you all. I care about you, but you got to stop having babies. You need to be married. Put some pressure down. You having 2 and 3, 4 babies by one man, get married. Why aren't you married? At least get married. You might say, I don't know if I want to be married. Well, you done had all the babies. And here's another thing. If you decide to have all them babies, then you need to decide to stay in that state and have him help you raise them babies. I moved away. And one of the things I think of now as I'm older, because I had challenges with my son, was I should have stayed in the same state. See, I left because I was hurt and I left. I really needed to get away. He was my first. We had some soul ties going on and I just didn't know what to do. And when I look back, I'm like, I should have stayed in that state because he helped. He's a great father to his other kids. I said, I should have stayed there and he'd have been a great father to mine. But I moved so far away, you get to out of sight, out of mind. Is it right? No, but it is what it is. that's my message, my talk for y'all today. I don't know if it's really a message, but I'm just going to be talking to y'all. So send me your questions. Join the group. Stop playing games. This life, again, one thing I'll say, this is not a white, black, Asian, Hispanic issue. It is an issue amongst a lot of women, but white women are a little different. Y'all know y'all get married young, but you get married young because you don't age as gracefully as other, cultures. Like black women, if you're watching this, you age. We're just timeless. There's a YouTube friend, I call her Starla. We're timeless. If you stay fit and keep your skin and just your hair and things like that, we age in a timeless manner. Like if you look at me, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're 45." Yes, I am. I look my age though, because you young women, y'all have such a beautiful, youthful energy to you. I can recognize the young woman right away. So y'all need to get in them exercise classes. Stop eating that fast food. Invest in good hair care. Grow out your real hair. You need to invest in good skin products. You don't need to wear all those long nails. Now, we all did it in my 20s, honey. I thought I was cute too with them nails. And so I was like, my nails are getting real thin. And as you get older, you're going to be dependent upon those nails forever because your nail beds are going to be so thin. Okay. But that's your choice. But do things that make you feel good, but also focus on your inner as well as your outer. That means your spiritual health, your emotional health, your mental health. You need to read. You need to know what's going on in the world. You need to be able to have an intelligent conversation. You need to travel abroad. Go out and golf and pickleball and do things outside of the norm, okay? Get you a new set of group of friends and people that can encourage you and inspire you. Stop going to eat and drink all the time. Go exercise, go hiking, go do yoga, go meet at a Pilates class, go paint some ceramics, do things like that. My daughter's taking pottery class right now, I'm just so impressed with the things that she do, inspired by her. My grandmother used to do pottery. I like to paint. I don't want to do pottery because it's dirty. I'm real finicky. But I want y'all to do things that help with your femininity, okay? Because you all are a little rough. Smile, be kind. You all are a little crude. Even when I was talking to the young woman today, you all are not master conversationalists. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay. So anyways, now I'm just babbling, but I just care about y'all. Okay. All right. So askmontina@gmail.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment below that let me know that you watched the video. So YouTube will help with the algorithms on this new channel and engage. All right. So, and if you have a specific question and you want to put it in the open, put it below. Okay. All right. And if you're my women over 40 that are watching this video, leave something encouraging for the younger women below too. They need it, y'all. They need us. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.